Well, I, along with Governor McMaster and many others, are leading President Trump's effort to win the South Carolina primary, which will be held next year, Republican presidential primary. The decision by the Manhattan DA to prosecute President Trump in a very legally unsound, politically motivated way will create a backlash in South Carolina. The law of physics, I think, are that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. The reaction in South Carolina to what happened in New York is going to help President Trump win the primary. He is stronger today than he was yesterday. People in South Carolina, even those who don't like President Trump, see this as a politically motivated prosecution. So from a campaign point of view, the actions of the New York Manhattan District Attorney have enormously helped President Trump in South Carolina. We see it in the polling and we see it in the giving. And I just want to let every South Carolina Republican know that next year the world will be watching. We have many good candidates talking about running. We've got a couple already in. I pledged to support the winner of the race in 2024. Whoever the Republican Party nominates will have my support. But I've chosen to support President Trump, not because of the flaws in others. I think he's the most capable of turning the country and the world around. He has a proven record on the things that matter to me, and that's why I'm supporting him in 2024. And the Manhattan DA has created a firestorm in South Carolina that will benefit President Trump, and I think that's true all over the country, particularly when it comes to Republicans. I have a statement here from Governor McMaster. After 4 years as U.S. Attorney and 8 years as Attorney General, I've never seen such outrageous conduct as that of this prosecutor, said Governor Henry McMaster. All this does is shake the public's confidence in our justice system and makes it as important as ever that we should stand behind President Trump against this outrageous political prosecution. I couldn't say it better. I think South Carolinians will stand behind President Trump. I think this reminds us all on the Republican side how much the liberals hate President Trump, and for the very reasons they hate him, I think most conservatives will be reminded of why they like President Trump. He stood up to the people it needed to be stood up to. He secured a broken border. We became energy independent, and he took the fight to the terrorists, and we had a level of cooperation, understanding in the Mideast I haven't seen since I've been in politics. In the last couple of years, all that has gone south. So I think President Trump is in a very good position to win the South Carolina primary, become the nominee of the Republican Party, and be reelected again as the 47th President of the United States. The road to the White House runs through South Carolina, and the actions of the Manhattan DA made the road a lot wider for President Trump. Questions?
Senator, what prompted you, sir, to begin soliciting funds for the president's defense when the president himself has indicated that he has, quote, lots of money?
Well, I think campaigns, I hope the Republican Party will not expect President Trump to self-fund. I think donations are part of the heart and soul of American campaigning. He has spent millions of dollars defending against every kind of lawsuit known to man, all kind of criminal investigations, and I think from a Republican point of view that if you believe in President Trump, then you should take some of the burden off of him. They're trying to drain the guy dry. So I'm hoping people will respond and send in small donations. Small donations from a lot of people really help a candidate. The people who give are going to vote, and they're going to get their friends to vote, and I'm just asking people to help President Trump as he's under siege. There's no reason in the world for him and his family have to go this alone. So if you believe President Trump's being mistreated, one way to help him is to send money to his campaign so he can fight back.
Do you believe President Trump has not guilty plea, and how do you believe this whole thing will play out?
I just think legally this is going to fold like a cheap suit. I mean, there's no way in the world that a normal person would be prosecuted under this theory. You'll never convince me if it were not for Donald Trump, the person, there would be this prosecution. The DA campaigned on getting Trump. He's trying to fulfill a promise. And what he's done here is opened up Pandora's box. You know, I worry about the future of the presidency. There are probably Republican prosecutors thinking, well, maybe I'll make a name for myself. I'll go after Hunter Biden or Joe Biden. You know, this is very dangerous. And I said last night, a banana republic really is defined by the following. It's not what you did, it's who you are. You're in the wrong tribe, you're in the wrong family, and they come after you because of your status. So President Bill Clinton was accused of sexual misconduct, lied under oath, lost his law license for 5 years, but nobody prosecuted him, and I'm fine with that. Hillary Clinton was subpoenaed. 33,000 emails mysteriously went missing under subpoena, and somebody in her orbit took a hammer to a hard drive. She wasn't prosecuted. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden's business dealings, I don't know what's going to happen there, but no attorney general in any state in the nation has gone after their business interest like they did in New York. So I'm really worried that Republicans are going to believe that if a Republican does similar things to a Democrat, the Democrat gets away with it and the Republican has the book thrown at him, and that will undermine the rule of law. That's what I fear the most.
Senator, the former president is out today calling on Republicans in Congress to defund the FBI, defund the DOJ until they come to their senses. You're one of his top congressional allies. What's your reaction to that?
I'm not for defunding the police. I think it's a bad idea. As frustrated as he has the right to be about some things the FBI has done, terrorism lurks out there, and you know, taking your guard down for one moment could be very dangerous for the public. So I understand his frustration, but defunding the police is not the right answer.
You and Donald Trump's relationship has always been kind of, you know, not always great, you know, especially because of the January 6th election claims. Why do you support Trump at this time?
You know, when he was president, I had a front row seat to his presidency. And I've been up in Washington since really 1995. I've seen a lot. I've seen people come and go. Trump policies are only possible with Trump. That's why I don't want to. There are people in the Republican Party frustrated with President Trump, include me in that group at times. But when you say I want Trump policies but somebody else, nobody could have done what he did. I was there. China was afraid of him because he meant what he said about you're not going to cheat us anymore. The reason Mexico helped us so much with illegal immigration is they saw what he did to China. The reason we became energy independent on his watch, he took the bureaucracy and changed it so we could find oil and gas that we own. I could go on for a very long time. He had the Arabs and the Israelis talking and working together because he was strong against Iran. He unleashed the military to destroy the caliphate. So here's my message. I understand the problems associated with President Trump, but I've never seen anybody in my political lifetime that had the ability to move the needle like he did in the right way on things that mattered a lot to me, our national security, our energy independence, and our economic viability. I think if he has another term, he can finish the job. And the one thing I would tell America, his policies worked whether you like him or not, and Joe Biden's changed most of his policies, and it doesn't look too good right now in America. His policies work, President Biden's policies do not work, and I think if there's a contest between Trump and Biden, Trump will win because people will remember the 4 years of President Trump when we were energy independent, we had low inflation, and people in the world respected us. You know, I'm tired of being afraid of Iran. I would like Iran to be afraid of us. And when Trump was president, that was the case. Anything else? All right, see you at the polls.